I can unblur my background because that's kind of the whole fun of this.
Okay.
How y'all doing?
Go ahead and try.
All right,
Recording in
mate.
progress.
You
Hanging
enjoying
out, man.
yourself apart from it being super busy?
My everything hurts. So there's that. I can't feel my ankles, and other than that, it's a wonderful time. I mean,
Great, man. I
you know,
miss that place.
it's cool. Everybody missed it. That's kind of the whole.
I've never been. So.
That's kind of the whole feeling right now is that everyone's really really excited to be back. A little sometimes a little too anxious too. I'll tell you
Mhm.
that because you're running the lines and trying to get into places you shouldn't be. But overall, everybody's behaving. They have snipers on different parts on the roofs here. Police is really taking care of things.
Cool. With that, guys, hey, you can see where Manny's at. Let's roll the intro. Say welcome everyone to the Daily Cup of Genre. Here, a special episode on a Saturday night to cover a lot of stuff that happened on Friday at San Diego Comic-Con, and a little bit about what just went down with Warner Brothers. We're here on the Genreverse Podcast Network, wherever you get your podcast from. Part of the big LRM on online families, sponsored by Grow Generation. More from them a little bit later. Like I said, Manny is out at San Diego Comic-Con. He's at Manny Gomez Media on Twitter. I'm at that Kyle Malone, joined also by special guest at LRM Cam Clark. How's it going out there in Scotland, Cam?
Good. Yeah. Not quite as bright and lovely looking as what it looks like for Manny in LA, but sorry, San Diego, but California,
Yeah,
it's warm.
Manny, how you doing, man? You besides being in pain, is it better than what you thought it was going to be?
Well, yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's not really necessarily better. It's everything that we expect from a Comic-Con. You have, I mean, just you look behind me right here. You see all these wonderful buildings with the wall wraps and the art, the trains, it's all done up. The Gaslamp district is beautiful as always. You got Severance over there, Craptopolis. You have the Rookie, which by the way, their panel was very very mischievous because they did a Zoom panel, so everybody who was in the panel just watched the screen. The people were not very happy with that. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Anywho, yeah, look, there's a robot Cookie Monster over there. I mean, just everything and everyone has shown up. Outdoor activations. Honestly, the one thing that's really missing is DC and Warner Brothers as far as their exhibit hall presence. So
yeah, you said they don't have a booth at all for DC
nope.
or Warner Brothers. Both no booth.
No, 2019 they had a mega booth, one giant booth for everyone. This year, nothing. The only thing really they brought were different panels, which one of them, of course, we'll chat about. But I mean, everybody's into it. The biggest hurdle everyone's getting through is having to do the COVID check, because you need to have a bracelet in order to get in. Mm-hmm. So they tell you, and keep in mind, I've been here since Wednesday. Do not take this bracelet off, or else you're gonna have to come and get another one tomorrow.
Wow.
And I would do it from the convention floor, but unfortunately you have to wear a mask. So if I did that, all you hear is and that's not the Muppet you want to hear.
Well, you mentioned Warner Brothers and DC and their presence, man. I just did my trailer reaction for Shazam: Fury of the Gods, but I know you were in panel and were super stoked about The Rock's entrance for Black Adam, dude. What was that like?
Oh, it was phenomenal. That The Rock, the most electrifying man in sports entertainment. In entertainment in general. That's why they cast him for every fucking movie. So they did Shazam first, of course. Zachary Levi, Lucy Liu, and the rest of the cast. The kids, not so much kids anymore. So that was really interesting to see. But they had a lot of fun. And the best question that from a kid, actually, I think. If I'm wrong, whatever, who cares? What would Chuck do if he got Shazam's powers? So that was fun to see him answer that. Everybody kept asking Superman questions. If he would fight Superman, they did the same thing with Dwayne The Rock Johnson. And nothing. There had been rumors that he'd be here. He was not even an ounce of keys that would be correct. So whoever put those out there, they were wrong. 100% wrong. Anywho, back to your original question about his entrance. That entire place went dark, right? As if they were just going to switch something. And then that, if you've ever been to Hall H, you know that it just has a rumble to it. It is loud. It is meant to shake you. So it started rumbling. That entire place got engulfed with smoke, and then a spotlight came on. You can see it. I posted it on Twitter.
Yeah, I've got it on the screen for everyone.
Awesome, great. And then all of a sudden, that blue lightning that is also you've seen it before in some of his wrestling intros with WWE. It hit, and he was electric. The whole place went bananas. I know I did. This is actually the first time I've seen The Rock in person. I never, in my years of going to wrestling, was I able to see him perform. So it was a sight to see. Everyone had on these light up thingies, and so when he put his hands forward and sent out electricity, the entire place, everyone's chest lit up.
Wow!
And so so that was really cool. And I mean, just full outfit. Like, that is dedication. He loves that character. He's really passionate about it. So it was phenomenal to see. It made the whole thing worth it, because without a wow factor like that, honestly, it wasn't very special per se.
Mm-hmm. What'd you think of the Black Adam footage? Was it better to your DC sense than the initial trailer?
Oh, so now I wish they never did the other trailer. I mean, we had seen a lot of the footage that we had seen before, but they spiced it up. They showed you the actual context of it. We had seen some of it at DC Fandom. We had seen some of it in the trailer, but they left a couple things out that really set the actual mood of what the movie's probably going to be. If you guys saw the trailer, you guys saw now that Black Adam is a problem. Black Adam is something that even Amanda Waller is now aware of, and it needs to figure out a way to control, because you know how she loves to control. Obviously, the Justice Society is the one to do it, but through the footage that we saw, some of the extra footage that we saw his brutality. You saw a little bit more of his back.
Manny. Cam, have you seen either one of the trailers yet while Manny's glitched out?
Well, I mean, I've seen the initial Black Adam trailer, and I've also seen Shazam, the new one, Shazam Fury of the Gods, as well. I watched that before we started recording. So.
Oh, okay. Manny's somewhat back, sideways.
Somewhat back, sideways.
Let me see. My thing says I'm fine.
Goes.
Okay, sorry.
Now you're good.
I crossed a weird spot.
That's all right.
So yeah, I mean, if the tone of the movie is going to be what we saw today, I'm very excited. Very, very excited.
Cam was telling he hadn't seen the Black Adam trailer, but he did see the Shazam footage. Cam, what'd you think of the Shazam footage or trailer actually?
I mean, I don't love Shazam, right? So not a character or comics I ever enjoyed really either. And I watched it. It was an okay film, but it's just not really my thing. And the sequel kind of just feels like more of the same thing to me. So it doesn't immediately appeal to me as a fan, but it doesn't have to necessarily. I'll watch it at some point. I wouldn't go to theatres to see it, though, because I didn't love the first one enough to push me out to see that again. I'm just not into kids being superheroes.
Yeah.
Mixes with that.
I really liked it. Like I'm a big fan of the movie Big, and this was just Big superheroes style. And I know that's easy to say because of the mechanism of Shazam being a hero, but they didn't just go with that standard issue. It was, this 12, 13-year-old kid in a grown adult body like Tom Hanks and Big. So I appreciated that aspect of it. It is a relatively simple franchise and something that can easily be too goofy, but the first one was executed well enough. I have hopes for that. I thought the trailer was pretty decent. There's a lot of DC like deep cuts in there, isn't there, Manny? Because There's
Love your
things that
costume.
I didn't recognize at all.
Or you were still talking Shazam. I kind of
Shazam.
for a second. Shazam.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
The DC like deep cuts with the Daughters of Atlas and things like that.
Yeah, and then no doubt we're gonna get some comic books to get a little bit more acclimated with the characters soon. It should be pretty cool. I like the fact that they're deep diving into some of these characters. Marvel's doing the same thing. We got Zeus, we got Hercules. Greek mythology is fun to play with. So it's gonna be I think it's gonna be pretty good. And yeah, I get it. It is a different tone than some of the other movies. It's not gonna appeal to everyone. It's more of a family type. Superhero movie, and it did well because you had the right cast, and it told you exactly what it was about. So, it was pretty cool. I like the first one. So we had fun in the theater. So that's really what it comes down. You guys want to see something pretty cool? You guys fan of Adult Swim? Check this out.
I love Adult Swim. Is that a party boat for Adult Swim?
No, I think it's just blimp. So yeah.
What are they? I'm trying to make out exactly what they are in full.
Get up to the top of that tier.
I cannot do that. And then up here we have our American Horror Story. It's fabulous. Nice. Billboard. It looks so creepy at night. And then you could actually walk through the American Horror Story kind of maze area that they have right there. They have people
like a
dressed in
haunted
ivy
house
to scare
type thing.
you. Yeah. I walk through. It's so much fun. I have some stuff posted already. I'm going to post some more things. But so since I have you guys here, and I know we're talking DC stuff, Cam is a big Lord of the Rings guy. I got to talk to some of the cast yesterday. I want to know what you guys thought of Lord of the Rings.
Cam.
I think what I would say is, I still have some reservations because I need to see the show itself, but it looks, in terms of visually, phenomenal. It looks phenomenal in terms of, it looks like the most expensive TV show ever made. That's the thing, they say it possibly is the most expensive TV show ever made, but you can see it on screen, the set design, the visuals, the tone, the music, it all looks absolutely amazing so far. I mean, I'll probably get into the weeds on it more in terms of theories and what's going on a little bit on Monday when I've had time to digest it, because there's been a lot of discussion online, about what was contained within that trailer themselves. But obviously what we need to see is now just the show itself, so we can see how it works as a show, whether it's engaging, whether we're kind of excited and anticipating what's coming next, because you can never pick that up from a trailer. But there's nothing I could say other than wow so far. I mean, it looks so impressive that I'm definitely hyped for it now. If they can make it feel as good as it looks, then this could be a massive thing for Amazon.
I've been interested in the execution of this for a while, because they've got a relatively wide sandbox to play in, but it's not as wide as more casual viewer or fans would think. Cam has explained several times like how easily they could step on some toes here, especially with like you've mentioned like time compression, where some things feel like they're happening too close together, but we don't know 100%
it's how they do it. It's how they're going to execute that. I mean, there's several. I mean, I'm not even sure now whether it's all going to be a linear timeline or whether we're going to have. I think they might play with the timeline a little bit in this and have things happening that we think are happening at the same time, but they're actually not. But I mean, it's hard to say until we see it. But that's the kind of thing where I need to see it on screen. I need to see an actual episode to be able to say, okay, this is how this is going to work. But just the imagery from my knowledge of the books, it's great. If it was almost just like an artistic thing and it was, let's just, film parts of those books just for the sheer hell of it, they would have done a great job just doing that. But it's whether they can make it all work as a story and keep us coming back and excited to find out what happens next, which is it's always the tricky bit to do. But yeah, I mean, there's always going to be some people that will hate it because it can never be 100% and just a pure adaptation, because there just wasn't enough there to do that with. It's impossible. There's not enough dialogue, like everything that you hear, all the dialogue you hear in the trailer, Tolkien never wrote any of that. It's impossible for him to have done so. It was all just described as historical background at the point he passed away anyway, and we get no more after that, obviously. But in terms of the stories that I'm most excited to see about Middle-earth, if they ever do it, I always said I would love to see the fall of Numenor. And it's kind of like they're squishing the rings and the fall of Numenor all together. And I kind of understand why they're doing that. It's just whether it actually works, and it feels as if this could all take place over a set of several years rather than several thousand years, is going to be the kind of the key point of that. But they had to do that because you couldn't have, like, from one episode to the next, Elrond looks exactly the same, Galadriel looks exactly the same, but that young guy they were speaking to in the previous episode, he's now an old man because 100 years have passed, from a mortal point of view, and that's where the difficulty kind of comes in with that. So I kind of understand it, but whether they pull it off is a different task. But as I say, I can only say so far, I have nothing but praise for it at this moment in time. Mm-hmm. If it doesn't pan out like that, we'll say so when it comes out, but so far so good. What do you think, Manny?
Well, I really enjoyed it. I love the Middle-earth mythology. It's something that we watch regularly every 3 months or so. We go with some deep director cuts, and then I think once a year we go through the books. My girlfriend, she teaches The Hobbit to her middle schoolers. That's a whole month of events. So it's very close and dear to our hearts. It's something that we've been able to connect with. So to see the expansion of it, to see it grow more, it's an exciting thought. With that said, it's a very, very specific universe. And you got to be real careful, especially when you're doing prequels like that so far in the past. We've seen how that affects things like Star Wars and other things, where you go back and all of a sudden you're thinking you have to retcon something. So I was very excited for it. What I like also was the fact that they went and got faces that aren't necessarily too very much well known in Hollywood and things like that, because it allows the character to shine more than the actor. And then from here they can build on. Of course, they're going to be great. But
if it's a success, they'll all be big stars. But I get what you mean. It's like Star Wars in some ways. Even the sequels, the prequels, they tend to go and get people aren't necessarily the big actors out there. You know, and it keeps costs down a little bit as well, because if you're going to sign people up to
or at least allows them to be spent elsewhere.
Yeah, you want this to go on for 5 seasons. If you ask Tom Cruise, and I know that it's maybe a bad example, but if you were to say, Tom, we want you to appear in Lord of the Rings for the next 5 seasons, how much would that cost you? You can double the budget at that point.
The cost of season 1.
These are all good actors, but they've never really broke that major stardom kind of point yet. A lot of them, and that keeps costing.
So here's what was really cool, and I really appreciate it. We had about a 2-hour press line. There's 21 members of the cast there. Media from all around the world. I kid you not. I was next to BBC UK, Philippines, India. Just from everywhere.
BBC UK is just BBC.
That's what it said on the damn thing, okay?
I'm just messing.
What do they call Brazilian?
Well, they do have BBC America, don't they?
I know, but yeah.
No, anywho, I think there's so many people there that I only got I got 5 interviews, which was great. It was fantastic anyway. Some people got less at the end, and then it'd be kind of it was a lot.
What guys did you get to speak to?
I don't remember off the top of my head. I did
not even the character names.
That's even worse. I did from 12:30 to 9 o'clock. I was in press lines.
Wow.
So it was one to another to another to another, and so I had to jump from topic to topic. And by the end of the night, I was coughing.
For what I read, for the Q&As, they had to bring them all out in batches because there was just too many to be able to bring out at the same time. So it was like batch 1, right, they all go away. Batch 2 comes out, and the whole thing starts again, kind of thing.
Yeah, we had two batches. That's the way we did it. But what I really want to tell you about them is I was very impressed by their knowledge in Tolkien mythology. With some of them, they were very keen into talking about the symbolism of what they thought Tolkien meant in his writings, and they were also very open to the fact that it's open to interpretation, and that each of them as a cast member have a different opinion as to really what he was trying to say, or really what his characters meant, what his stories meant. And so I really like that about them, that they were very, because I've had time, the Halo series, for example. When was the first time you played Halo? I never played Halo. Are you kidding me? and so that's the problem, and then you see it in the product. Now back to here, the fact that they were all, because they all had to be in a bubble, because obviously we shot during COVID. They were all in New Zealand. They were all back in that area. Some of them are from New Zealand. A lot of European actors. They felt very fortunate and very proud to be part of Middle Earth now, because of how they felt about the series, about the books. And so I think that part, at least, with the trailer, has me a little bit more excited about it. I'll be posting those interviews, if not tomorrow and Monday. I cannot catch a break right now.
No, we got him working during his break.
I eat once a day. Luckily, WB fed me this morning, so
nice.
Thank you to them. But yeah, it looks good. It looks great. I'm excited. I think my biggest concerns was the fact that I do not like Wheel of Time, and so that's where my mind immediately went. Even though I know this is completely different, I'm excited. I'm a fan, and
in terms of budget, it's not even close between them.
You're right.
Where we might see a difference is Wheel of Time Season 2 got a bigger budget than it did for Season 1 because it was successful. They kind of got more money for Season 2. So we might see some improvements there, in Season 2. But it doesn't look as good anyway. You can see, as we said, you can see the money on screen with what we've saw so far from Rings of Power. Yeah.
Well, that's one of the things that they talked about also, is that you can't go cheap with it, because it's already... Middle Earth has already been engraved in just generations of fans and viewers and readers. And if you cheat your way in any corner, it's gonna stick out like a sore thumb. There's nothing you can do. You have to go all in on it. There's no way around it. So I think they'll have to do what Kyle and I talk a lot about on the show, is a lot of merchandise. So if you want more Lord of the Rings, go buy some merchandise.
Well, all these new characters and new stories, lots of new swords for them to make replicas of, and figures. It's absolutely.
I was gonna say, we do have to pay our own bills. We don't have merchandise, but we got a sponsor that's got some stuff that you guys can buy. So let's hear from GrowGen real quick.
Grow Generation, where the pros go to grow. Grow Generation is your one-stop shop for hydroponic grow supplies, product systems, and more. Grow Generation serves customers across the nation and carries a wide inventory of renowned cultivation brands. Go to www.growgeneration.com, where the pros go to grow.
You can play off of some of that. Thank you, Grow Generation, for sponsoring the episode as usual. Manny has seemed to maybe dropped his video. Don't know about audio. Manny, are you still there? No. Anyways, we'll carry on. Big day yesterday for Marvel Animation. A lot of things announced and some footage and images shown. Things from hey, welcome back, Manny.
I was here. It's putting me on driving mode. Sorry.
Oh wow. We got trailer for the I Am Groot shorts that are going to be coming out August. Actually, I thought it was going to be more like September, October, but announcements on What If Season 2, some more stuff,
and a confirmation that the What If Season 3 has been greenlit as well.
Yes, and some stuff on Spider-Man freshman year and X-Men 97 up on the lrmonline.com website. You can catch Shockey, who broke all of this down. But let's just go ahead and kind of go through some of these things one at a time, if you will. The I Am Groot shorts, Cam. You actually got to see this, right? The trailer?
I've not seen the trailer for this one. No, I've not seen it. I've read a little bit about it. The only thing I know is James Gunn has.
Sorry.
James Gunn has said that it's set in a different universe. It's set in Universe 313 or something like that, or 314, I think it was. So that's kind of interesting. But no, I haven't had a chance yet to catch.
So just then, you saw that one?
Yeah, I saw the trailer for that one. Yeah.
What'd you think of that, Manny?
Honestly, I don't. Like, he's cute and everything. He's gonna sell merch. I honestly don't care too much for it. It is. It's another whole Grogu thing. Not, but this is for Marvel, and they're shorts. They're gonna be okay, and we're gonna move on. They're gonna be nothing, nothing in particular other than having people go, oh, it's maybe Groot, and so not impressed. Like, let's move it along. That's how I feel. That's how I feel about it.
All right.
Not saying you can talk about it. I'm just saying.
No. That's it. That's pretty much all I was looking for. See if anyone had any thoughts on them. I think it's got a potential to make you laugh for a few minutes, and then that's it. Like you said, kind of forgettable. I liked What If for the most part. I'm still not 100% sold on the animation style for every world that they went through. It did work for a few. What are you feeling about What If season 2, Cam? Did you like the first one?
I liked some of the episodes. Some of them were really good. Some of them were less good. And I think it's when it's an anthology type of almost thing like that, the one doesn't necessarily need to be related to the other. Some of them just tonally didn't work for me. I really disliked the T'Challa as Star-Lord episodes, even though it was us getting Chadwick Boseman's voice again, and there was the whole emotional aspect to that, but Thanos being a kitty cat, and all that sort of stuff. It just didn't work for me. And the opposite side of that, I thought the Strange Supreme episode was fantastic. I thought that was amazing. And, it almost could have been made as a movie, that, and it would have been a great sequel to, a Doctor Strange sequel. So so there was a lot of good in it as well. So, hopefully in season 2, we get more good than bad, but I think it is just going to be dependent on each story they come up with and where they decide to go with it. And I think it's okay to not like some of them and like other ones as well. That's fine. I think in a show like that.
Manny, what do you think about What If? Are you happy for more, or you could leave it if it could be left?
Like it's fine. I just didn't like they were connected at the end. I like them better as episodic adventures of what would happen if XXX whatever.
Yeah.
And I like that aspect. And there's some episodes, of course, I thought were wonderful. I thought they really did a good job at giving us a Captain Carter, and it kind of brought her back, right? And everybody was so excited to see her, and so she got demolished by Wanda again. But and then some of them didn't work for me. The Thor episode, I wouldn't throw that away. But the Doctor Strange had so much heart in it because where he was coming from, what he was trying to do. He became a villain, just kind of in the same sense that kind of Darth Vader did. It was done very well. So in the sense of keeping them individual, I thought that they were fantastic. When you combine them all together and tried to tell a bigger story, I didn't care too much for it anymore, because it just didn't do anything for me at that point, because I was so enamored with the small story they were telling. Mm-hmm. Even with the Black Panther one, it's like it was an emotional moment for everyone, because that was Chadwick going away, despite that wasn't as great of an episode, but there was something there for us as fans to really really grab onto. So I like having those episodes like that as kind of the flavor of the week instead of flavor of the week, and then we're gonna try to put it all in a Sunday, and you're like, I don't really like the way these flavors all went together. You know, that's that. So
One of that's good. I like it. One of the best episodes in my mind, of course, was the zombies episode, and we're getting a whole animated series for just zombies. But here's and that was rumored a while ago. I think maybe even they officially said it, but we got some actual details. Dude, this is going to be rated M. This is mature. This is a mature cartoon on Disney Plus. They've got some mature shows, but this will be a mature cartoon. And I don't know, Manny. I know you like zombies. I like zombies. I don't know if you were a big fan of that episode. What do you think about it being mature though?
It has to be. You can't make a zombie thing without it being mature. That just doesn't make any sense. You have
Zombies Ate My Neighbors was rated E for everyone.
And what about that Disney franchise, the Zombies and Werewolves franchise at Disney?
Yeah, if you say Monster High or Zombies, I know that doesn't.
What could go so wrong with a girl and a zombie?
Oh my god!
My daughter watches them, and
I'm so happy my son's not into any of that stuff.
No, it's more a girl thing than a boys show.
Okay.
Wow. Anyway.
Yeah.
Well, thank God I got a kid that's not into it at all. Anyways, carry on, Manny. Zombie cartoons.
It has to be, but my only issue is that it's a cartoon. It just kind of loses its spark for me as a fan of zombies, because part of the whole zombie thing is to be grossed out by the flesh coming off and the biting and the my worst thing is like an ankle popping and then kind of walking on it still. And things like it just that's the zombie culture. That's what it's about. And then once you like animate it, it kind of does lose a little bit of its luster. I get it. You can't do everything live, but as far as what you could have done live, I think this was a bad choice.
Cool. Well, the last one that I really wanted to get everyone's kind of opinion on, and X-Men 97's got some stuff, but it's Spider-Man freshman year, and Shockey didn't get the some of the artwork, like photos that were taken, but I'll try to look some up in a second. This is allegedly.
I posted something in the Discord.
Allegedly, you did, Cam. Thanks. I'll try to bring that up. Allegedly, this is canon, and it's supposed to show us kind of like the first part of Peter Parker that we know, but there's a lot of familiar freaking names in it, and I'm concerned here. We're getting Harry Osborn, we're getting Amadeus Cho, we're getting names that haven't been mentioned
Norman
at all.
Osborn,
Norman, like
Dr. Octopus, in terms of villains, Rhino, Scorpion.
It's
and it's
weird.
Not the guy from No Way Home or anything. It's not obviously the Melina Doc. It's strange. It almost feels like it's just a new show that's not. Unless somebody told you it was supposed to be canon, you just would imagine. You wouldn't think twice about it. You just think, it's a new Spider-Man show. They're starting again, basically. It doesn't make sense. And apparently, there's people talking about actually it's canon, but it's canon because it's going to be a different universe, and we're now in the multiverse. And everything's canon. That's the only way.
And I don't like that excuse though. Just tell me this is a new. Just tell me this is its own unique thing, and I'm fine with that. It feels like it's got elements of MCU. Let it be, but don't do it's canon because it's multiverse. Like, let's have a multiverse canon, and let's have still the random stuff out and about. That's my feel. What do you feel about that idea? What you hear about freshman year, Manny?
Those Spider-Man shows. So give it to me. I don't. If they want to say it's canon, it's not canon. If they want to say that it happened yesterday in New York, or that it's happening tomorrow in San Francisco, as long as it has good writing, good villains, and good voice actors, I really don't care. I'm just there for a fun time. They're never gonna connect to anything. It just sounds cool when it says it's in canon. You know, what you'll see it one time when they're going through.
That's the thing.
Yeah, so our world is canon in some degree. So let me go find a Spider-Man for you, and he'll be the canon one. Crap.
Wow.
Ask him
6 of them a second ago.
If he's in freshman year.
What was that?
There's a Moon Knight over there.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
I meant to send you a picture. I didn't get to because I was running somewhere else. Somebody had a really good Chainsaw Head cosplay. And it was pretty cool. If I find him again,
Chainsaw Man.
Yeah,
it was like a dude in like a suit with a.
Yes.
Oh my God! I cannot wait for that anime to come out. Holy! Did he have a dog? Did he have the chainsaw dog with him?
I saw one. Did you see the deep one where he's got the octopus attached?
Oh.
Good time, man.
In the right place, you know.
And then I thought of Kyle too, because out of my hotel on the balcony I saw a bus passing. It was wrapped in Chainsaw Man promos. So I was like, man, I was like, fucking weep, man. Like what?
that anime is gonna be, dude.
Anime Con was weeks ago. Like, go away. I'm just kidding.
Massively anticipated. Yeah. I'm super stoked about Chainsaw Man.
All right.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up there because Manny's got to get going, guys. Be sure to check out lrmonline.com every day for all of your entertainment news, needs, and opinions. Celebrity interviews, all the press stuff Manny's been talking about will be up there. Also available on the LRM YouTube channel. If you're watching us on YouTube, on the Genreverse YouTube channel, please hit the subscribe button, and of course all of our great shows like Anime Versal Reviews, the Cantina doing Star Wars stuff, Marvel Multiverse Mayhem, Daily COG, Breaking Geek Radio are all available wherever you get your podcast from, Google, Apple, Spotify, all that good stuff. Manny, what do you want to say to the Moon Knight? Hey buddy, how's it going? Welcome to the Daily Cup of Genre, man.
Anyway,
nice.
People want to take pictures of him, so I'm gonna move away.
Yeah, go, Manny.
So yeah, I will be here through tonight. I'm pretty sure I won't be here tomorrow. I need a day off before I head over to my day job. Been here since Wednesday, so sue me, whatever. I have video of The Rock's electrifying entrance at Manny Gomez Media on Twitter, and then also my Riddle Me This _510 on Instagram. You can find me there. A lot of my stories go there, so I have a lot of the stuff I did on the red carpet with What We Do in the Shadows. That cast is fun. Harvey Guillen, I love talking with him so much. Such a great guy. I talked with some of the ladies from Archer, actually. And so there's that stuff. And then I interviewed the voice cast, the returning voice cast of the Proud Family. They're phenomenal to talk to. And so I have some teasers of that as well, pictures and stuff. Come look at my face. I know I'm not the prettiest guy, but Sasquatches need to get love too. And so, and for those of you who have been following it along so far, the three of you, including one of my girlfriends, I don't think my daughter's even following me at this point. Thank you. And it's fun to do these things, and I do it because I want to share it with the world, because I know that not everybody can.
Yeah, that's like someone like me, it's the other side of the world. It would cost me a fortune to go to something like that. So, I love to see footage from the conventions. It's great. Thank you
Cam,
for being there.
Anything else you want to say, Cam?
Nah, not really.
All right.
Looking forward to see what we got from Marvel later on.
Yep, absolutely. You guys subscribe, look for any more trailer reactions, all that good stuff. Manny, be safe. Have fun, guys. Talk to you next time. Bye.